My name is Arina, and I am Global Head of Operations and Finance in Clearroot. Clearroot is the global engineering consultancy, and we specialize in developer experience, cloud platforms, and quality engineering. We grew very fast, and over the last 18 months, from one location, we expanded into 5 locations, and Voxy have been with us at every step of our journey. And very quickly, when we had a need to expand into different go-to-market locations, Voxy offered to us straight away the out-of-box solution to set up multi-currency, multi-company setup that supported the expansion of global teams. So one of the challenges when you expand business into different regions is obviously you will be using various bookkeeping systems or financial tools. And Voxy have been great in providing us setup and connections to all the different tools that we used throughout the last 18 months. In our case, it's such as QuickBooks, Sage, and Xero. And in addition to that, of course, there's such things as CRM systems that Voxy also have a great setup. It's instant sync. For myself, I've been working in this industry for over 10 years now in various capacities of head of operations. And one of the key things for me that I always look in any tool and any PSA tool I worked with was how quickly I can onboard somebody to the tool, how complicated the tool is, how user-friendly the tool is. And for me, Voxy definitely ticked all the boxes. If I'm onboarding somebody who comes to my team as a back office, it's a matter of a week for the person to get familiar with the tool and to be able to start running with it and be able to set up projects, to run financial reports, to be able to do the business analysis. Voxy been able to combine, I think, the best worlds of both. It can be very simple and straightforward tool that you just need to start with, and it has all the complexity in terms of its data, how it's the architecture of the data, how you can use the back office and set up, and how you can develop and how you can grow with it, and all that comes with a very competitive and reasonable pricing that can support you being from small business to medium to your potential future growth. In the consultancy business, obviously, to be able to see, in one screen on one page where all your projects are, where they start, where they end, or across all your customers and who's assigned to them is a must. Otherwise, you won't be able to, plan ahead or see your bench or understand what's happening in your business. So resource management is a major piece, and Voxy does it exactly that. It provides you the one company view. You can either have a consolidated view, you can split it into different departments, you can assign different filters to it. It depends, which teams tackles what problem, essentially. And I think what we really also enjoy about Voxy is that they listen to the customers, they listen to us, and when we came to them with a problem, they found a solution. We needed not only to be able to see what's currently happening, but also to be able to bring an additional layer of all our future projects that may potentially happen that just in the pipeline, and ability to bring them in as well into the consolidated view and see who can go on those projects, how we can plan against them, how we can start forecasting how many people will need to go onto that. And Voxy built that as well, opportunity booking option, where now going forward we have that additional level of forecasting and project management of assigning people to a potentially new project coming from pipeline. I think this is probably one of the my favorite part of Voxy, and I, again, over my long-term experience, I found that getting the data visibility and accuracy in PSA tool is either it usually comes as a very complex thing that you need to hire people to help you to get on top of it, or you ended up having very restrictive, just specific out-of-box reporting that only, give you one side and only one side, and then you need to figure, find a workaround to get to the data you actually need. With Voxy, it's been actually really enjoyable journey because it provides a lot of out-of-box reports that you can just go and get at any time and any point, and you have all control of your data, and also it provides you a great connectors with BI tools. So for instance, in our instance, we're using Tableau as well to have a more complex business analysis and reporting, and Voxy. We start with HR system. From HR system, it flows into Voxy. Voxy then, set the people. We assign the people to the project. Project gets delivered. We invoices flows into our finance system. Then, that minimizes the time we need to spend with the bookkeeper to upload all the invoices because they're already there, right? Everything is reconciled. The revenue recognition done again once we close the month end. On the back of it, there is a connection with the Tableau that provide all our delivery dashboards and board meetings dashboards that again done once we happy with the month-end data. And then all of that, basically all of that done throughout the 1 or 2 weeks in a month, and we're done. We know exactly where we are by the mid-month. We know exactly what we've closed, we know where we are, we know how healthy the business is, we can spend valuable time on forecasting, on looking on the big picture, and we don't waste time on continuously going through nitty-gritty details and the data and figuring out whether it's accurate or not, do we trust the data or not. I think that's the ultimate goal for anybody on my seat, right? To spend as less time as possible on continuously monitoring the processes and focusing on the big picture. Well, in our particular case, obviously, once you go into different go-to-market locations, you've learned, some locations have GST, VAT, some locations don't have. They have sales taxes if you go into US, for instance. All of that, again, depending on if you're in US, different states, different rules, different compliances. So to be able, we need the tool that needs to be able to be flexible enough, and where we need to go and set up the new percentages, the new GST rules, the new options for us to basically invoice correctly. We've been able to do that. Voxy has that flexibility to go and provide, and for us to create whatever we need to create to be compliant with that region. It's onboarding time, right? Time to value, where anybody who joins my team are ready to go using Voxy within the week. Right, the ability to connect to the more complex BI analytical tools and to be able to spin the data with Voxy within a couple of hours versus weeks of prepping reports. Ability of Voxy to refresh data and provide you immediate, right this moment reporting, out-of-box reporting, whether it's a revenue recognition report, whether it's invoiced values report, or your utilization and timesheet submission report, which is very valuable. Ability to close month end within 1 to 2 days, and to be accurately close month end. That's great. And ability. Yes, absolutely. I think we went from a major scale-up phase, and Voxy absolutely proved that they can support us, and in everything that we threw at them, they've been able to come back with a solution. So I have no doubt that we will continue working very closely with Voxy and using them as our preferred tool